Hey guys, it's November 9th, and I've got another tutorial for you. Today we are doing launchpad. So we're going to make a new folder, and I'm just going to call this launchpad. Okay, open this up, and we're going to right click, make a blueprint class, and it's going to be an actor. We're going to call this our launchpad underscore BP. Whoops, BP. There we go. Let's open up launchpad BP. And let's drag it in so you guys can see it. Now we need some components. So we are going to need here a static mesh. Okay, and we're going to call this the base. Okay, and from there we need to grab a cylinder. Oh, I spelled that with an S. Wow. Wow. Okay. Anyways, shape cylinder. No changing the past, just gotta live with that one. F's in chat. Anyways, I'll get serious again. So we're gonna scale this down. Something like that. And that should be pretty good. Okay. Now we're gonna add another component, and this one is going to be a sphere, and maybe I'll spell it with a C. No, I'm kidding. So sphere collision, and we're going to rename this our trigger so we know exactly what it is. And we're just gonna make our trigger sphere a little bigger. Something like that. Okay, W key. Whoops, wrong component. W key to move it up. There we go. Something like that looks good. I'm gonna compile that. And now we're gonna go into the event graph, and we're just gonna drag out, and we're just gonna delete all those. And now what we need is to right click, add event, on component begin overlap, and just like the last few, we're going to go cast to third person character. Okay, and other actor gets hooked up to object, and from there just type in launch. Oh, there it is right at the top, launch character. Okay, now from here we want to target the third person character, but we also want to get the character movement component, which is just right here. Get character movement. And then from there we're going to drag off, and we're going to get jump Z velocity. Okay, drag these down. Now you'll notice I have a float and I have a vector, but if I right click on this vector and I go split struct pin, almost couldn't pronounce that, right? So this will actually give us all float values now for each individual axis, so the X, Y, and Z. And Z is the one that we're going to be focusing on because we were focusing on a jump launcher. So from here, we are going to want to go float multiplied by float. Alright. And from there, we're going to plug this into the launch Z velocity. And we're going to click Z override so it automatically launches us and doesn't give us any funky movements that we don't want. Now from here we can always set the value for how much we want to multiply the Z velocity by, but we're going to do something else. So just to show you that this works, I'm going to take my blueprint and drag it in, and if I hit play, I get launched. And I didn't hit spacebar there, I just walked into it and it launched me. So again, we're going, boom, launched in. But what happens if I just want to use this blueprint or this base of a blueprint for multiple launch pads, but they all have to go different heights and have different boost amounts? So I'm going to show you how to do that because it is so super simple. There's no reason not to. So we're going to go and we're going to create a new variable, and we're going to call this the, I guess we'll call it the boost amount. That works for me. And we want it to be a float. And we're going to click this little eyeball here, and that'll make it editable in the editor. And what I mean by that is, let me hit compile here. This is the editor, and now we can set a boost amount. And this boost amount is literally just this variable that we made right here. And clicking the little I is what makes it visible or not visible. So I'm going to leave that visible. And you'll see right now it has no boost amount. So if I were to walk into it, it won't do anything. See, it just makes me hop. Didn't multiply, just makes me do a standard jump. Okay. Now, let's have a little fun with this. We'll make this one 2. I'm going to drag out. I'm going to make this one 4. And then I'm going to make this one 50. And let's hit play. Let's see what happens. So 2 puts me up there. 4 puts me up there. And let's see what 50 looks like. And 50 puts us into orbit. Fantastic. Now, when you launch, usually in most games there's some sort of sound that plays when you go off of a launcher. I don't actually have a sound loaded in for this tutorial, but we'll use something as a placeholder. So first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to create a separate event, and we're just going to hit period after we right click, and we're going to go add custom event, and we're going to call this play launch sound. Okay, and we're just going to move it over here, and if I drag off of this pin here, we're going to go and type in play launch sound. So just like last time, it will finish up the function for the jump pad, and then it will call the next event, and in this case this event is play launch sound. So we're going to drag off and we're going to type in play sound, and we are going to go to play sound at location. There it is, right in front of my face. And as always, we are going to drag off of location. We're going to go get actor location. And as you can see, the target is itself, so it's targeting its own blueprint. And now we just need a sound asset. I have no idea what we can really use for this. So we'll just grab something that only plays once, hopefully. Go with an explosion. Yeah, explosions are good. We'll use that. So now if I hit play, if I walk in, it'll play an explosion sound really, really loud every time I walk into the launcher. So even on the one, let me try that again. Even on the one that I set to 4, it will play the exploding sound, and I will save your ears and not do that a third time. But that is basically it. You can do a lot in this. You could set up another custom event to change the light color or set a light color, or if you have a material like we did in the other ones, you can change the material instance and change that emissive color. All sorts of possibilities with this, and the nice added bonus of doing it this way is you can set the boost amount right in the editor and have multiple launch pads with just one blueprint. Anyways guys, that's it for me. I hope you found this one useful, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out for now.